Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Like I said, on Wednesdays, my lives, I just come straight from the shower. Like I work out early, I go to the sauna, and then I go pick up milk from a friend, and then I hop in the shower, all while I have four kids running around saying, "Mom, Mom, guess what? Guess what?" So I make it here. I'm here 9:30 every day, Central Standard Time. And today we're talking about hormone healthy foods and testing your hormones, the importance of all of these things. Okay. So if you're feeling tired, struggling with weight gain, bloating, maybe some PMS symptoms, right? Cramping, heavy cramping, like, let's talk hormones, okay? Maybe you get headaches before your cycle or during your cycle, and you know there are hormone headaches. Well, that's not normal, right? Those are things that um, we have as a society talked about it becoming normal, right? Because people more and more frequently are doing that, but that's not a thing that we should be experiencing. Okay. And so now I just want to say that I'm an integrative health practitioner. I am not a medical doctor, so I do not diagnose, treat, or cure diseases. If you are changing anything about your diet, supplements, lifestyle, those are things that you can discuss with your healthcare provider. Otherwise, we can meet as an integrative health practitioner basis. Okay. So these are all signs that you need hormone support. Okay, so today I'm going to share some of my favorite hormone healthy foods. There are a lot, so that's good news, right? You have more to choose from. You have more foods that you can eat on a regular basis to help balance your hormones. Okay. And then at the end, I'll talk about why testing is so important because guessing isn't always the best approach, right? We do know that hormones are off, but we need to know, is it progesterone? Is it estrogen? Is it testosterone? Is it your thyroid, your cortisol levels, vitamin D levels? Like they all play a part with our hormones, and it's good to know, right? Instead of just guessing on what approach to take. So, what are hormones? Hormones are chemical messengers in the body. They control things like your energy, metabolism, mood, sleep. Okay, a lot of people, especially women, as we get older, it's harder for us to sleep. And that could be a hormone thing. Our hunger, stress hormone, or stress response, our reproductive health. And so when hormones are out of balance, our body will often send signals, and we notice those signals with symptoms. Okay. So some common signs we can see, I already did name a few, but fatigue, weight gain, difficulty losing weight. That is a huge one that I see too in my practice. It's harder to lose weight, brain fog, anxiety, irritability, poor sleep, and low motivation. Okay, these all can be hormone related. And so that's why we are talking about that today. Healthy fats. That is the first thing. We want to get our healthy fats in, okay? Because hormones are built from cholesterol and healthy fats. So back in the day, we were told fats are not good. Let's not eat fats. Like we just shouldn't be doing that. No, there are some healthy fats that our body actually needs. Okay, so low fat diets can sometimes work against our hormone health. So we want to focus on foods like avocados, olive oil, nuts, seeds, salmon, sardines. And the benefits from these is they support hormone production, producing our hormones. Okay. They help reduce inflammation. Okay. So, like even an omega-3 supplement, they help reduce inflammation. So, you see that in the salmon and the sardines. We have to be careful too with like seed oils because those are high in omega-6. Those are high inflammatory foods. And then it helps your blood sugar be more stable and helps you feel satisfied between meals. So get those healthy fats in, okay? Include those at every meal. Healthy fats are good. You can include some at every meal. Protein is essential. I've talked about protein a lot over my practice. Protein is essential. It is so important. Okay. Many people are not eating enough protein. We have to get protein in our diet. Okay. Especially women. Like, come on. Some of us think, like, oh, I'm just going to bulk up and I'm going to get so much muscle. No, like, our bodies need the protein. We need to just eat the protein. Okay. Many It helps stabilize blood sugar, which is so important as we age. and our hormones are starting to fluctuate, we need the protein to stabilize the blood sugar. Okay. Blood sugar spikes can contribute to the hormone imbalance. So things like eggs, chicken, turkey, fish, Greek yogurt, um, cottage cheese, tofu, and just things like that. Okay. So get those in your diet, get enough in your diet. Okay. Tips: aim for protein at breakfast instead of starting your day with only carbohydrates. Okay, protein at breakfast is so important to help us feel satisfied longer. Plus, we're getting protein in. Okay, fiber for hormone health. Fiber is amazing for hormone health. It's amazing for a lot of things in our body. Um, but it helps the body remove excess hormones. So if you have extra estrogen floating around, right, your body's not removing it. You need more fiber in your diet because that helps flush out that excess estrogen. Okay. And some people don't know that they have extra estrogen, but with the added weight gain that they can't lose, that's why we test too, because then we know, like, oh my gosh, your estrogen is through the roof. Your body's not getting rid of this extra hormone. It also supports gut health. It helps with your good bacteria in the gut. It helps feed the bacteria. Gut health and hormone health are so closely related. If your gut is just off, it affects your hormones so much. If you have a leaky gut, it can affect your thyroid. There's just so much. Your gut talks to the whole body. So we really need to focus on our gut. And so some fiber-rich foods are oats, beans, lentils, vegetables, fruits, chia seeds, flax seeds. One of my favorite things is, I'm dairy free, so I have some dairy free yogurt, but I use my dairy-free yogurt and I add some chia seeds in it. Oh, it's so good, and I think I got some of my kids hooked on that too. So that's something to try if you're a yogurt eater. Try adding some chia seeds in there, and then you get some good fiber in there. Okay, the benefits of that is it supports your digestion. It helps manage your blood sugar. Right, blood sugar is so important. That's why we eat these things. Um, and supports your healthy hormone metabolism. Okay, cruciferous vegetables. This is the next one. This helps support estrogen metabolism. So examples of this is broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, kale. My son actually absolutely loves Brussels sprouts, which is awesome. But an easy goal is to just add one serving of these daily. Fresh, frozen, roasted, steamed, they all work. Get them in your diet. Okay. I like vegetables overall. I tell my clients to try to get 2 cups of vegetables in at lunch and 2 cups of vegetables in at dinner. Now, cruciferous, that, at least one daily, right? At least one of serving daily. Seeds for extra hormone support. Okay, so we kind of talked about some of these because they are so important. Tiny foods with huge nutritional value. So the flaxseed, the chia seeds, the pumpkin seeds. I have made granola with chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, and just other things in there, oats. Um, and then add that to your yogurt. It is so good, and you can. Oh, it's just you get the benefits of the hormone support, the fiber, and the protein, right? You get all of that in there in that one meal, or even a snack, or add that to your breakfast. Oh, it's so good. Okay. The benefits of these seeds are healthy fats, fiber, and important minerals. There are good minerals in them. You can, like I said, you can add them to your yogurt. You can add them to your smoothie. You can add them to a salad. The oatmeal, but the pumpkin seeds in your salad, now that's good. Berries and colorful produce. Berries are rich in antioxidants. They help protect the body from inflammation and oxidative stress. Berries are so important for the body, such as blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. Remember, the more color on your plate, the better. So let's get those berries into our diet, okay? Food is so important. It is so important, you guys. What we put into our body it's it's medicine, right? It's to support our body. It's not for entertainment. And so food is very important, but testing can matter too. Okay. So this is where A lot of people get stuck, okay? They try this supplement, they try this diet, they try this exercise program, and they're just guessing, right? We're just taking things and just guessing. But the reality is that symptoms don't tell the whole story. So, yes, we have the bloating, we have the weight gain, we have the headaches, at the beginning of our cycle. Well, then maybe this cycle I have a headache in the middle of it. And what's going on? Is it the estrogen, progesterone, testosterone? Like, we don't know unless we test, right? Which hormone is it? What's going on? Is it your cortisol levels? That cortisol is a hormone, and there's a certain pattern that it should be during the day, and so we test throughout the day so we can see that curve. Um, so you may be experiencing hormone imbalances, thyroid imbalances, vitamin deficiencies. This is huge for hormone health. If you are low in certain minerals, your mineral deficiencies and vitamins, then your hormones can be out of whack and imbalance. Blood sugar issues, elevated inflammation. We also do an inflammation test. So we can test all of these things. Do we need to? No. We could start slow, right? We could start slow. We could start with the minerals test. You guys, that's the one test that I can offer you for free. You'd pay shipping only. And so that's a great way to start. And you know what? Mineral deficiencies and replenishing them is where I see the biggest improvements in symptoms in my clients. It is just crazy. But we also do a comprehensive health panel, like a hormone panel, comprehensive hormone panel. Okay, so I have this core hormone reset program that has this hormone panel in it, and we test the minerals, and we meet 6 times in 12 weeks, and we have a reset and rise program that's I forget the price of it, but that is included in this program. And then we get access to each other through email, via email, between our sessions. It is the best program that I have for women because doing all of those things individually is actually way more than the price that I have it set at because I want it to be accessible for many women. It is so extremely beneficial. We talk about we educate you. I do all of these things with you. We do the testing. We talk about your results. We go from there. It is just so beneficial. Okay, so when we do your hormone panel, we test hormone levels: estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. We test your thyroid. We test the TSH, the T3, T4, T antibodies. We test all of those things. The total thyroid. So we test all of that. We test vitamin D. Vitamin D is so important for your hormone health, and many people don't realize that, right? They think, oh, it's just a vitamin. Like, I don't need that. No, it's so important. And then the minerals test, we test your nutrient deficiencies and other markers that may be affecting you based on how you feel. Okay. So instead of guessing, we're going to have actual data and we're going to come up with a personalized plan or use this program so that we can connect and um and create something for you so that your life you can feel better, right? The goal is to replenish the body from how it's nutrition for how it's depleted, right? And so that the body can do what it's supposed to do. The body can heal itself. Okay, because what works for one person may not work for your body. The protocols are all different. The things that we talk about are all different, right? Everybody's body is different. So we want to focus on healthy fats, protein, fiber, cruciferous vegetables, seeds, berries, plenty of water, good sleep. So that's why we talk about nutrients, right? I do talk about a good nighttime routine all of the time that helps with your hormones, stress management. There are things we should do to relieve our stress. Take some time for yourself. I know sometimes that is sounds impossible, especially as a mom, but it is so necessary. It's so worth it, especially if you want to continue taking care of your kids and your family the way that you want to in the best way that you can. These simple habits go a long way in supporting healthy hormones. And if you're struggling with symptoms and wondering what's really going on, testing actually helps and it matters, right? So I do have the comprehensive health assessment is how we start. understanding our hormones and doing the testing or talking about what's the next step. Maybe it's not even any testing, right? Maybe you don't want to go that route. We will talk about it. So the comprehensive health assessment link is in the description below. There's also a link for a free 15-minute consultation with me, and you guys have a wonderful day.